when we release things and we get rid of things and, we let things go, we have space. And the universe is going to bring us all these beautiful things to fill up that new space. So it's a time of like new beginnings and new chapters, and new things are unfolding for us. Hey, friend, welcome to the Ready to Rise podcast. This is the podcast for ambitious, successful women who've checked off all the boxes: the career, the routines, the self-help books, and therapy. We've done it all. But if you're still feeling numb, stuck, or like you're just going through the motions, you're in the right place, because I've totally been there, and I've healed myself using the tools that I now teach. I got certified in them so that I could help other women do the same. I'm your host, Audrey Rose, a registered nurse and somatic life coach, and I'm here to help you stop just coping, stop just going through the motions, and actually start feeling good again in your life, feeling happy again. Each week, we explore nervous system regulation, emotional wellness, and rituals that are rooted in ancient wisdom, ancient practices, so you can stop just going through the motions and stop just getting by and start really feeling lit up and alive and fully plugged in again. This is about real happiness, the kind that fills your body, lights you up, and helps you create a life that you are obsessed to wake up for. So are you ready? Because I'm excited to help you feel like you again. Friends, we are in a lunar eclipse season, and this is magic. This is called the blood moon, and let's freaking talk about this. Oh, this is so exciting. So this is like one of the most magical, emotional. If you're feeling emotional, don't worry, it is the moon, but it's also a very transformational time. This full moon, lunar eclipse in Pisces. So lunar eclipses, this is not just like a regular full moon. Like, we already get hyped up during a full moon, right? We are already having a lot going on during a full moon. But this is not just an average full moon. When we have a lunar eclipse, this brings so much to, like from the shadows to the light, basically. Like, there's so much that we kind of find during this time. A lot of people say it's like a mirror almost, like you're looking into this very clear mirror where everything is being reflected back at you. So it's bringing endings, breakthroughs, just huge turning points in our lives. And since this is happening in the sign of Pisces, which is the sign of intuition and dreams and deep emotional, waters, right? It's a water sign. You might be feeling so much right now. You might be in the feels, you might be going through it. So let's unpack it so that you can learn how to kind of flow with this. And also, of course, I'll share some practical tools to help you stay grounded through this time. Just don't forget to, like, just a quick side note, we are in the portal. We're coming up on the portal of 999, and 999 is massive. I already released a podcast episode about it. If you haven't listened in, go do that now, because it's going to make so much sense of what's going on for you during this time. But it's also about transformations and endings and closing cycles. And that happens September 9th, which is coming up very, very soon. So definitely go and check that out. And I have a free sound bath for you. So if you literally just go to the show notes, or just go to helloaudreyrose.com/999, you will get that free sound bath. Because I think that, having the time to kind of get into a practice like a sound bath or breath work or something like that, to really ground your nervous system during the 999 portal, the lunar eclipse, all of this, so that you can regulate your nervous system, help you to really release things, to really move through, what you need to move through from a grounded state. It's going to help you to release so much more from that place of kind of groundedness and a regulated nervous system. And the other aspect of that that's also really important is we want to, like, when we release things and we get rid of things and, we let things go, we have space. And the universe is going to bring us all these beautiful things to fill up that new space. So it's a time of like new beginnings and new chapters, and new things are unfolding for us. So that means we want to be grounded and regulated so that we can visualize what we're calling in and manifest all the beautiful things we are calling in moving forward. So check out that free sound bath. It's helloaudreyrose.com/999. It's going to help you to regulate your nervous system, get grounded, and then to manifest and call in and really visualize from this calm state. I walk you through a whole visualization so that you can call in all the beautiful things. So lunar eclipse, it is like a full moon on steroids. If you know, you know. It's revealing the things that are hidden. It's bringing them to the light, you know. It's really kind of shaking out all the things that are no longer aligned for us. And that sign of Pisces, again, it brings us, it's a water sign, right? It's water, it's emotions, right? So it's like the sensitivity, the compassion, even a little bit of a spiritual awakening. So you might have like that heightened intuition or vivid dreams or, you know, emotional waves, just so much going on. You might have old things from the past coming up, like that nostalgia, you know, whatever it is. Like literally yesterday I watched, it was a sad show. If you've seen what's it called? We Were Liars. We Were the Liars. Anyways, if you've seen that, you have to come hit me up in the DMs because I could not stop crying. But it was like partly because the show was sad, but also just this moon coming up. It's so much. It's you're more sensitive and you're more emotional. But there's a really cool other part to that where we have a heightened intuition, vivid dreams. And that is so awesome because I love using these times and these cycles and all of these new, you know, cosmic events or these moon cycles to highlight the times where our intuition is very strong, where you're having these vivid dreams, where you're able to kind of connect in a little deeper, because this helps us to really understand on a deep level of our own soul what we want to get rid of in our lives, what we're releasing, what kind of endings are coming, but what beginnings are about to blossom, what beginnings are about to come through. So, again, it's a freaking magical time. The 999 portal is coming up, and this lunar eclipse in Pisces. Like, it might feel a little heavy, it might feel a little emotional, but this is amazing. So, it's a really good time and it's a good reminder. Like, I want to remind you, get off autopilot, you know, really spend some time tuning in, get into that soul alignment, pay attention to the intuition, pay attention to your dreams, like really get into this. So let's talk about the Pisces energy. Just so you know, if you know, you know, if you've been listening to these episodes, we always take on a little bit of that energy from whatever sign the moon is in. So the Pisces energy, these are the dreamers, like the mystics. These are empaths. That water energy, it's very fluid and emotional and pretty intuitive. These are like the dreamers, the healers, and they're usually very creative. My friend Lucy, shout out, she's a Pisces, and oh my God, she's like the perfect example. She's really into like sewing, like making clothes. Like I don't know anything about this world, so I can't even get in there, but literally she's been sewing and like making her own clothes. She's made a couple of shirts now, and these are not just like a shirt, like you just sew a shirt together. These are like really, really beautiful. Like I literally saw one that she posted and I'm like, where did you buy that? Like it was so beautiful, just very creative. Like I think this is so much fun. And they're, you know, they have like these imaginations and they're artistic and very inspirational. Like they just can really inspire us. So I love that about this. The people this of the sign, the Pisces people. So you might notice yourself taking on a lot of these characteristics. You might be feeling a little bit more artistic and creative and just feeling inspired. You might feel a little bit more sensitive than normal, having those vivid dreams, like I was saying, or really getting like intuitive hits, which again, pay attention to all of that. You might also feel like it's a lot. You might feel like you notice you're wanting to really binge Netflix, doing a lot more doom scrolling or sleeping than normal. And that's just all of this coming on, right? All of this energy coming at you and you wanting to kind of be like, whoa, I can't, this is a lot. I want to escape. So really that's a good time for nervous system regulation, just side note. But you also might be craving more spiritual connection. So you might notice yourself like wanting to get out the oracle cards or the tarot deck, right? Lighting some candles, doing more meditation, listening in. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing because it's that time, right? We're getting so much more connected. Um, Pisces energy is really wanting us to slow down, tune in, get off the autopilot, and just remember that like rest and reflection are powerful right now. This is a very good time for us to really pay attention. We want to pay attention even to our emotional patterns and kind of see what clarity is coming through for us regarding emotional patterns or other patterns in our life, old wounds that are resurfacing, situations that we're thinking about or that are coming back up, because it's pushing us to release all of these things that have been draining our energy. The lunar eclipse heightens all of this. So we are closing old chapters. I mean, this, you might feel, I gave you like the most dramatic pause because it might feel really heavy. And I almost don't want to say that because I know that's such like a turnoff, right? It might feel a little heavy. And some of these like closing, like some of these chapters closing might feel almost out of the blue, almost like, you've known for the last 9 years that some of these cycles needed to end, but they weren't quite ending, right? You might have known for a long time and it just wasn't quite happening. All of a sudden, with this eclipse, it might feel like the rug is like pulled out from under you and like things are happening quickly, but that is okay. It's making space for new things that are more aligned. And so focusing on how exciting that is really going to be the key. We're all about kind of the bigger picture right now. So, just know that like everything is bringing a bigger purpose, a bigger sense of belonging. And also, I think just knowing that you are not alone in this energy, that like this is a collective vibe right now. And it is a lot, but it's also going to be so freaking beautiful. There's a lot of this like mystical and magical feeling really connected to the universe, feeling a little bit more clear on our next steps and what's going on for us and why things are happening. But with that comes those cycles closing, that we're being guided back to our truth. We're being guided back within to our soul's purpose, right? So it is beautiful at the same time. So thinking about, like the core themes of this, it's releasing old habits of numbing, of overworking, of pushing ourselves. It's about dreaming bigger. It's all about, where have I been kind of shrinking myself or hiding myself or my vision? And how can I start to really like lean into that and make it a thing, right? Healing. We're doing a lot of emotional healing, forgiveness, spiritual cleansing. Like we are really leaning in, and then trusting our intuition, which I've said a million times, but that's this core theme we're focused on is pay attention to our inner voice, right? It gets louder when we quiet the noise. So leaning in, journaling right now, you can ask yourself, what am I ready to let go of that no longer serves my happiness? Or where have I been numbing and escaping? Really leaning into these journal prompts or asking ourselves these questions can get us to understand what's coming up for us and kind of why it's coming up. And of course, we do some rituals around this. We kind of lean in. So a couple of somatic practices, because I love to share the nervous system regulation aspect of all of this, but with breath work. Just doing a quick breathwork session to help us reset that vagus nerve, release any overwhelm, or I don't ever want you to escape from your emotions, but I do want you to be able to kind of regulate yourself through them. So that's kind of what that serves the purpose. But do some breath work. A really quick technique I always love to share is just 4 quick inhales through the nose and then 1 kind of longer exhale out through the nose. If you feel called to go out through your mouth, that is okay too. But it's literally like 4 like sniffs in, just real quick, 4 in and 1 long one out. That really helps to reset the vagus nerve. Sound baths are amazing at this time because the energy, like the frequency healing, the vibrations, it's going to help us to kind of get into that calmer meditative state. And I love my EFT tapping, right? Just kind of doing a tapping session that focuses on release and it being safe and okay to release would be super key right now. So that's always a beautiful thing to do. Eclipses stir up that big energy, as I know I already mentioned that, but I want to kind of remind you while we're on that nervous system regulation subject that it's not like something's wrong with you. If you're feeling that extra emotional, if you're feeling extra tired or a little bit like spaced out, like a little bit disassociating, your nervous system is just processing a lot of things behind the scenes. And those are the symptoms of a nervous system that's a little bit tired, just feeling that emotion, feeling tired. So again, just take time to rest, lean into rest. Don't push through, don't burn yourself out. Take some time to really rest and really reset your nervous system. It's all about resetting right now. The universe is inviting us to release anything that's heavy, reconnect with our intuition, kind of come into that next season, right? And again, as always, I have all the tools for you, the sound baths, the meditations, all of the things. So, come hit me up in the DMs anytime if you want some, suggestions of what to be doing right now. But I would definitely lean into that. Meditate right now, pay attention to what the universe is really telling you. And just enjoy this time, right? It's a really beautiful time. Crystals that you can meditate with are amethyst, aquamarine, moonstone, rose quartz. Give ourselves a little extra love during this time, right? And just let the guidance come through. Let yourself feel that love and feel that support. Hibernate if you need to hibernate. Be a little hermit if you have to be, but definitely dive deep and let yourself release what needs to be released at this time. And every single month inside the Rise Sisterhood, I love to guide the members through like an actual moon ritual where we do step by step an actual ritual to work with the energy of this moon. So come and check it out. It's helloaudreyrose.com/sisterhood. If you want to get more of that in-depth support and in-depth rituals that I walk you through to really work with this energy and kind of harness this energy of this time. I would love to see you in there. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Ready to Rise podcast. It means so much to me to have you here and to get to share all of this with you. If this one resonated, literally just send this to a friend, share it with her right now, because there's so many women out there who really need this information. And I would also love it if you could take a quick screenshot, throw it up on Instagram, tag me at Hello Audrey Rose so that I can connect with you and get to know you. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I will see you next time.